Hi everybody, Big Mama Charlotte here. Get my hair right. And I wanted to talk to you about school. And I wanted to talk to you about your parents. And how we're actually alike more than we like to realize. For example, I'll start with you. Those of you that are like 14, I'm going to even say 21 because this applies to college students as well. So what I mean by that is this. Okay. School has started and you have to go to school, of course. You know, we tell you have to go to school. Do you hate it? Some of y'all, yeah, you hate school. You don't like getting up early in the morning. You don't have any friends at school. Some of you have a lot of friends at school. You may not like your teachers. Some of you love your teachers. Some of you get along with everybody, and some of you don't. Some of you are bullied at school. Well, what I'm trying to say is this: school and your parents' job is really the same thing. Same thing happens. You go to school. There's some girls that don't like you. There's some boys that don't like you. There's some groups you don't fit into. There, you got a teacher there. For your parent, it's like the supervisor. And then you have an assistant principal. For your parent, that's the assistant manager. Then you have your principal, and that's the GM at our job. So we'll say, for example, somebody's bothering you at school, bullying you. Believe it or not, some parents are bullied at their job too. You don't know that because in your eyes, your parent is everything. Your mother and father are everything. They're like Superman, Superwoman. They just make it happen. But you don't see the stuff that they go through on their job to make sure that you have the things that you need. For example, when your mom and dad go to work, there's always somebody at the job trying to steal credit for their work. Yeah. Just like somebody is at your school trying to steal credit for the group project. And you submit your ideas, and then somebody else in the group steal those ideas and say them before you get to say them. And the teacher's looking at them like they do their work and they have such great ideas when they're yours. Let's talk about being bullied. Yeah, you're bullied at school, some of you. Some of you are the bullies. Don't do that. Don't be the bully. Because later on, the ones that you bullied, they don't forget it. But some of you are bullied in school. Same thing happens on your mom and dad job. They're bullied. There's an employee that's jealous of them and tries to make them look bad at every chance they get. They can't physically beat them up, like they do you in school, but it still happens. You don't always have to physically bully somebody. You can also mentally bully somebody or intimidate them. We have a thing called employee manual. And inside the employee manual, it tells you how you have to treat your coworkers. Well, you have the school student handbook, and it tells you exactly what type of behavior is welcome or unwelcome at your school. See, so we both got employee manuals, employee and student manuals. We both have a general manager and a principal. We both have the assistant general manager and the assistant principal. We both have a teacher and a supervisor. We both have bullies on our jobs, job in school. We both have groups that won't let us come and hang out with them because of how we dress. That's on both sides, you and your mom and dad, your parents. They won't let you come and hang out because I may not have what's the name of that bag everybody get? A Coach bag. Well, I'm hanging out with the people that's got bags from Kmart or Walmart or Goodwill. So they won't let me in the group. You may not have the latest Nikes or the latest Skechers or the newest video game. So you can hang out in that group. It's essentially the same thing. Whether it's middle school, junior high, high school, college. Same thing is happening at your parents' job. Same thing. But now, when you try to talk to your parents about what's going on at school, for those of you that do talk to them, sometimes parents can brush you off because they think your problems are little problems. But your problems aren't little problems. They're very important problems too. It's just that sometimes we get lost in our own world because we actually have the same problems you do have. We have deadlines to have work completed. You have deadlines to have your homework completed or your projects completed. Our jobs give us projects to handle, just like your school give you projects. We need utensils to do those projects, and believe me, sometimes we don't know how to do the project or the task that our bosses have given us. Just like you don't have an idea or a clue as to how to get started and do those special projects or homework projects that your teacher give you. Now, you mad, your mom and dad mad, then mom and dad got to come home and clean up. You got to come home and do chores. Everybody mad at each other because we figure neither one of us understands the other when we're essentially going through the same thing. Middle school and high school and college are just like, well, when you grow up, you got middle school, high school, and college, and you graduate. Well, all you do is graduate and go into another adult middle school, high school, and college. It doesn't stop. It's the same type of people. They're just adults now. That's it. Same type of people, just adults. Don't ever think that once you become an adult, life won't be as hard. It's going to be hard regardless. But you need to know how to handle your business. So you need to watch who you hang out with. Make sure you don't talk too much. Mind your business, and you'll survive it. That's exactly how it goes at the job. Mind your business, do your work, and don't get in those little cliques and gossip groups. Don't do that. Then you'll survive it. Now, I'm going to give you a brief little story. I'm 6 minutes in. I'm going to give you a brief little story. When I was in elementary school, I talked a lot. I still talk a lot, but I use my powers for good now. But when I went to school called Druid Hills Elementary here in Charlotte, every day there was a fight. Every day. And there would always be a group, a ring, when you got the circle, there'd always be a circle of people ready to fight. So, you run up and you look at the circle, see who's getting ready to fight. So I wanted to be so cool and in with the cool kids that I said, well, this time I'm going to run up to the circle and I'm going to see who's fighting and I'm going to announce it to everybody else. Because you always got them ones that's instigating. Yeah, she finna beat your tail or he finna punch you, man. Punch him. Well, I said I was going to be the hype person this time, and everybody was going to like me because they could see I could hype up a fight too. So I run up to the group and to the circle, and I said, who about to get that ass beat? I said I wasn't going to cuss. Who going to get beat up? Then the girl say, you bitch. And then she punched me in the eye. She did. She punched me in the eye. I say, oh. I turned around. I took off running. I ran all the way down Norris Avenue. And when I looked behind me, it seemed like half the school was running behind me. I had asthma, and I knew I couldn't keep going. I had to stop and fight. Now, my sister, her little short, chunky tail, she was a little short, fat girl. She couldn't fight because she was younger than me, and she couldn't fight these girls. She was in a lesser grade than I was. So I'm like, oh, gosh, now I got to fight these two girls because they were best friends. I got to fight these two girls. But they wanted to fight me because one would tell me something, and I would go tell everybody else. And she'd say, don't tell nobody, Kim. And I'd be like, I ain't going to tell nobody. And then I go tell everybody. Well, they caught up with me, and I had to fight. Well, I seen my sister. My sister said, you just keep fighting, Kim. I'm going to run go get Grandma, and we're going to come back and make them stop fighting you. I looked at my sister running at like not even a .33 all the way to the house. It's like I'm going to be dead by the time they get back. And my grandma was like 74, 75. I'm going to be dead by the time they get back. Plus I had asthma. I couldn't run no more, so I had to fight. So I gave a speech. Really, I'm not going to tell you what the speech was. I know what it was. It's embarrassing. So I gave a speech, and I had to fight with everything in me. I wanted to fight, but I had to quit because I couldn't breathe. I fought until I could not even suck in no more. And then I ran with what little energy I had left, and I ran to the house. My grandma and my sister were just now coming off the top step. I'm fighting about a mile around the corner. I had to cut through the junkyard to get home, just so I can get to my asthma pump. But anyway, I just wanted to tell y'all that our problems are the same. I just need you young people to understand your parents are not picking on you, or it's not that they don't care. Our problems are the same. You're in your regular junior high, middle school, high school. We are in adult, junior high, middle school, and high school. It didn't change. Same problems, just a different atmosphere. So try to be patient with your parents. Parents, try to be patient with your kids. And just try to understand each other. And we'll all get through it. All right. So I'm going to go. Bye.